35-25. Launch pass to Chambers is behind the back.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams? I guess it is.
KJ to Chambers. Jam!
40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers.
Chambers to win the game. He's got it. Welcome back to Tom Chambers' Greatest Games. In this episode, we revisit the 1987 NBA All-Star Game, which is widely regarded as the greatest All-Star Game ever, featuring Magic Johnson at his peak, a prime Larry Bird, rising superstar Michael Jordan, and Dr. J in his final season, along with 11 other future Hall of Famers. And this game was spectacular.
Dominque! Jordan is back. Worthy!
In an era when defense was played and the pride of winning mattered to the players. This dramatic game would come down to a foul with no time remaining, and two iconic free throws sank by Rolando Blackman to send the game into overtime. But it would be hometown hero Tom Chambers who would shine the brightest, scoring 34 points in his first All-Star game and walking away with the MVP. So let's go back to February 8th, 1987, the 1987 NBA All-Star Game in Seattle.
There is perhaps no greater spectacle in sports than the gathering of the world's best basketball players for the NBA All-Star Game. The scene is the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington, and this will be the second largest crowd in NBA All-Star history. This is the 37th annual NBA All-Star Game, and it seems to get bigger and bigger each year. And this capacity crowd, as Seattle hosts for the second time, will see the 24 greatest players. Many other great players were not selected, but that's how tough it is. And the crowd is gathered in the Kingdome to see the very best perform with the individual and team aspects as we will see today. Hello again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton, along with my partner, Tom Heinsohn. Another All-Star game and another jewel in an NBA season. And Tom, I've got to think that the tension has to be there. We felt it in the locker rooms before the game because these players are playing before their peers. They're right with them. They want to play as team players. They want to show what they can do. And it means different things to different people, doesn't it?
All kinds of thoughts go through your mind when you're going into an All-Star game, like Tom Chambers from the Seattle Supersonics. He was selected as a replacement for Ralph Sampson. He's going to play in front of his hometown crowd. He certainly wants to do well.
Playing in a record 16th NBA All-Star Game, one of the greatest players of all time, 7'2" center of the Los Angeles Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Making his first All-Star appearance, he's helped make the Golden State Warriors playoff contenders. 7'1" center, Joe Barry Carroll. Playing in his sixth NBA All-Star game, one of the top scorers in the league, from the Phoenix Suns, 6'6" guard, Walter Davis. Making his All-Star game debut, another member of the Golden State Warriors, 6'3" guard, Eric Sleepy Floyd. In his sixth All-Star game, one of the most consistent players in the league, 6'7" forward from the Denver Nuggets, Alex English. Appearing in his third All-Star game, he's one of the best shooting guards in the NBA today. From the Dallas Mavericks, 6'6", Rolando Blackman. Making his second All-Star appearance, the high-scoring forward of the Dallas Mavericks, 6'6", Aguirre. Now the starting lineup for the Western Conference. Selected to start by the fans, but unable to be here today due to injury, the Houston Rockets' Ralph Sampson. Starting in his place and making his first All-Star appearance, the versatile forward from the hometown Seattle Supersonics, Tom Chambers. Playing in his second NBA All-Star game from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9" forward, James Worthy. Starting at center, he and Sampson comprise the Twin Towers of the defending Western Conference champs. 7 feet from the Houston Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon. The guard, starting in his second straight All-Star game, 6'4", from the San Antonio Spurs, Alvin Robertson. And the leading vote-getter in the West, making his 7th All-Star appearance from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9", Irvin Magic Johnson. Trainer for the West squad from the hometown Seattle Supersonics, Frank Furtado. Assistant coaches from the Los Angeles Lakers, Bill Burtka and Randy Fund. And head coach from the Los Angeles Lakers, Pat Riley. And now, the 1987 Eastern Conference All-Stars. In his 7th straight All-Star appearance, the center of the defending world champion Boston Celtics, 7 feet, Robert Parish. Playing in his first NBA All-Star game, the dynamic forward of the Philadelphia 76ers, 6'6", Charles Barkley. In his second consecutive All-Star appearance, the sharp shooting guard of the Washington Bullets, 6'4", Jeff Malone. In his third All-Star appearance, he's the trusty point guard of the Philadelphia 76ers, 6'1", Maurice Cheeks. Appearing in his 4th All-Star game, one of the best rebounders in the league today. From the Detroit Pistons, 6 feet 11, Bill Laimbeer. Playing in his 3rd All-Star game and enjoying his best season as a pro, from the Boston Celtics, 6'10", Kevin McHale. In his 6th All-Star appearance, the MVP of last year's game at Dallas, from the Detroit Pistons, 6'1" guard, Isaiah Thomas. And now, the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference. Making his 2nd consecutive All-Star appearance, the acrobatic forward of the Atlanta Hawks, 6'7", Dominque Wilkins. At the other forward, the league's most valuable player for the past 3 seasons, from the Boston Celtics, 6'9", Larry Bird. Starting at center and playing his 9th NBA All-Star contest, from the Washington Bullets, 6'10", Moses Malone. At guard, the leading All-Star vote-getter and the league's leading scorer, from the Chicago Bulls, 6'6", Michael Jordan. Making his 11th and final NBA All-Star appearance, one of the greatest players in the history of the game, from the Philadelphia 76ers, 6'7" guard, Julius Erving. for the East squad is Jeff Snedeker of the Milwaukee Bucks. Assistant coaches from the Boston Celtics, Jimmy Rogers and Chris Ford. And head coach, also from the Boston Celtics, K.C. Jones.
The West is in white, the East is in red. Moses Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon jump it up. And it's West ball. Alvin Robertson and Magic Johnson in the backcourt. Dominque over him with a fine blanket job on defense. Chambers gets the ball back. They're playing full court defense, it seems, as Chambers still doesn't get the roll, and this crowd is awaiting to erupt. Not yet for Tom Chambers. He's missed his first 4 shots. Chambers finally hits.
And there's Magic coming up the court, pointing the finger, saying, okay, welcome to the All-Star game.
Nearly a steal. Aguirre's in trouble, hemmed in. Chambers hits his second basket of the ball game.
That was all made possible by Mark Aguirre and his basketball brain, seeing the double team and finding the open man.
Chambers finds Kareem, guarded by Laimbeer. Barkley doubles. Chambers for 3. And Tom Chambers, 7 points, is the high scorer for the West All-Stars, who lead by 1, 21-20. Laimbeer was the leading rebounder in the league 2 years ago. Good pass, Thomas. McHale to Barkley, and that's the best we've seen so far. He quickly gets it out to Jeff Malone. He's got McHale inside. Look at that pass to Laimbeer.
Yeah. That's Isaiah at his best.
But right here at Seattle, it's the East. 33-29 after 1 in the All-Star game. Dominque going after it, and Kareem to Worthy. Jordan is back. Worthy! 12 points for James Worthy, and he has been a wide open court star in this first half. Claims he was fouled, but the West gets it back. Magic. And Chambers makes sure this time. Turnover, Jordan.
They're going to see the steal beautifully by Dr. J, and nicely up to Michael Jordan. And I think it's the double pump tomahawk.
Chambers crashing the board. Moses Malone, the rebound, and there's Larry Bird basket hanging. And now the East have outscored the West 10-2 after the West
Skills and is used to using them and overpowering other people.
Robertson 2-on-1. Good pass. He drew the defender and found Worthy all alone. Worthy with 16 points now as the game's high scorer. And a tie at 76. 13 ties in this game. Bird with an up fake. Chambers didn't bite. Julius against Magic. He's got it, finger roll.
Julius Irving.
It's heating up, Dick. You know, really respect Dr. J, and I'm sure they'd like to give him their own special send-off by having him do well in this game.
That's the way they can do it. Bird doing it his best way. Hitting outside, he's in double figures. Chambers going up fouled.
And believe me, with that type of ball handling, nobody can defend it.
Tom Chambers. Pat Riley said he would have been a starter for me anyway, and he said, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to sit Tom Chambers at the beginning of this game and have the crowd boo me. And he started it.
He's coming into his own. A very versatile player. He's got some beef, he's got some size, and he's got some skills.
Bird on the wing. Let everyone go by and hit the shot. He's getting hot now.
Made the defense drop. Was really trying to hit somebody for a layup that wasn't there.
Chambers comes back and hits the basket. And the Seattle crowd gives him a send-off as the East lead is cut to 3. Jordan with a tricky move. Julius for 3.
I mean, that's more important than Dr. J, that three-pointer, perhaps, than a slammer.
Worthy, Bob Ryan's choice for MVP at this point, feeding Chambers, and a good pass by Worthy.
You know what's unusual about Chambers? As big as he is, boy, he's that third man up on the break. That's pretty impressive.
86-84. So the East with a big run open up a lead. West coming back. Malone and Joe Barry Carroll banging bodies. Julius swooping across the lane. He is making his last All-Star game one to remember to this point. Off his pick is Davis, Chambers, and Cheeks reaching in, also guarded by Bird.
Two shots. Well, they give up a little speed, but Aguirre gets it done in close to that hoop and from the outside.
So with McHale coming in and Aguirre coming in, it looks like that we're getting more of the big beef at this juncture of the game, and the East leading by 3. Tom Chambers representing the Seattle Sonics, 1 out of 2. Sleepy Floyd has his pocket pick for sure this time by Mo Cheeks. Cheeks to Barkley to McHale. That is the end of the third period. The East leads by 7. They've turned it around here in the third period. And we'll return to the 37th annual NBA All-Star Game after this word from your local station.
Michael Jordan takes it. Shot by Jordan. Good! Isaiah quickly up the right side. Isaiah will go all the way to the baseline. Scoop and score. What a shot! Magic Johnson down the middle. Oh, no, look past the Johnson. Slam dunk. Bird to Vincent to Bird. Over the backboard. Oh! America's game. It's fantastic.
This is Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn as we start the fourth period here before 32,000 plus at the Kingdome. The East trailed by 5 at the half, and now they lead by 7 as Julius Erving sparked the East with 9 points in the third period. And there's the way the scoring has gone, the shooting has gone thus far.
You better know what you're doing against him.
Chambers. Basket counts. A reverse layup by Chambers and a foul. 18 points for Chambers, and he is the leading scorer for the West All-Star.
What a drive here. He goes in, and for a big guy, that's a lot of great body control he's laying on Kevin McHale to kiss it off the glass. But Pat Riley says that Tom Chambers, the most impressive part of his game as far as I'm concerned is his speed and his agility. I'll tell you, he's been banging on the boards.
Three-point attempt missed by Floyd, and there's Chambers. And Chambers has 20 points, and the hometown boy has a shot. Quickly out to Thomas, 3-on-2 break. Jeff Malone finishes it off for the East Stars, and the biggest lead of the ball game for the East now at 128-116. Worthy, Chambers, and Olajuwon, who's playing with 5 fouls. Chambers goes for 3 and hits it. That's a way to get some of it back.
Well, Olajuwon read the double team. They're within striking distance.
But a pass to Moses Malone from Isaiah Thomas gets 2 back in a hurry. Chambers scores for the West. And it's blistering action now in the All-Star game. Thomas for the East.
Well, they're trying to wear each other out. Here's Magic coming back.
132-125. Hakeem. He's got it. Olajuwon finds Chambers, and he's fouled. Boy, has this game picked up pace dramatically in the past 2 minutes, and the crowd loves it. Moses Malone with a personal foul, and Tom Chambers, who deserves to be an all-star. Look at his numbers compared to Larry Bird this season.
Pretty close.
132-125 with 3:46 to go. A chance to cut it to 5. McHale comes back in, and Bird goes out. He has scored 14 points. Malone with 23, Moses that is the leading scorer for the East. Chambers has 26 for the West.
Well, that move was to give the East
4-point game. Magic finds Chambers. And a push. McHale feels he got all ball. But a personal foul is charged, and Tom Chambers will go to the line to try to cut the lead to 2.
Little pick and roll. McHale has to protect a little bit. Here's Parish coming over.
It was
to
Parish.
me, yeah, looked to me like he got nothing but ball, but
Parish, yep.
Not the way the officials saw it. That was good team defense. They shut down Magic's penetration, and even got the Chambers on the roll part of the play.
And another miss. That's the 9th of the ball game. Look who's on the bench in crunch time.
And somebody's holding his hand in front of him, Dr. J.
Chambers has 28 points. He's 10 of 20 from the field. He is the high scorer in the ball game. 134-131. Jordan in trouble. And it was last touch. No. Jump ball. Magic and Jordan. That's a new dance step.
I didn't do it. That's the new step. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Look. Whoop. Couldn't hold on. It was you. It was you. It was you. That's a two-step.
Magic and Jordan jump. Here's Worthy. 1-point game. The East leads by 1. Here comes Isaiah Thomas. And the foul.
You just watched this beautiful outlet pass off the jump ball. And I'll tell you, one bounce, it just sat up there perfectly for Worthy to take advantage.
Worthy. The lead is 3. Chambers cuts it to 1. 30 points for Tom Chambers, and he is a real MVP candidate. Playing in his hometown, starting because Ralph Sampson was hurt. Wasn't named to the All-Star team. Tommy in 1966 in Cincinnati. Adrian Smith, an unlikely candidate, scored 24 points and won the Most Valuable Player award in an event he'll never forget, and in fact will go down in All-Star history. And right now Tom Chambers is in that position, having scored 30 points, 14 this period, and a key full court pass to Worthy for the last basket. The East has 1 timeout. Julius gives the East the lead, 138-137.
Close, and it couldn't be any closer than this one.
Blackman with a chance to give the West the lead, and the East is out of timeouts. They used their last timeout.
And I don't think they wanted to call that timeout before Blackman took the second free throw. I think somebody made a mistake there.
He misses. The score is tied, and now the East, with no timeouts, can use the rest of this clock to try to work their way for the winning points. It's 138 all. Thomas. 10 seconds. Isaiah blocked by Hakeem. McHale, fall away. It's good. The basket counts. Moses Malone. And 3 seconds remain. And Moses Malone has given the East the lead, 140-138.
We got this lead here for the shot. We got Buck for the drive. If James is open, he goes and catches and goes to it. Outlet, you got to come to it. So Mark and James are saying, okay, you okay with it? Okay, I got rope and just do it. Yeah, and then you're going to go, okay?
And taking Moses on the inbound man, trying to force it way out.
And Blackman. A foul is called with no time remaining. And Rolando Blackman is going to go to the free throw line with no time remaining and a chance to send this game into overtime.
Well, they put the man on Larry Bird, saying that Blackman can get by Bird, the forward, and here's Blackman coming into a whirl of traffic, and look at the foul he took.
He's fouled by Thomas. Again, another look.
Here it is, a guard being defended by a forward.
9 of 11 from the line is Blackman. He needs to make both. are going to overtime in this 37th annual NBA All-Star Game. The last overtime was in Denver in 1984 when the East won 154 to 145. They came on strong in the overtime session. 5 minutes. We're all tied at 140. It'll be Olajuwon and Moses Malone jumping. Hakeem has 5 personal fouls. Worthy controls for the West. Finds Blackman. 4 on 3. Worthy.
The West has a great man to go to now is Kareem.
Chambers with the follow-up. Magic drove and Chambers with 32.
When Magic drives to the middle, there's a little pick. McHale has to respect the penetration, but Chambers knows right away nobody's even near him, so he's coming hard on the rebound.
Under 3 minutes to go. 148, 146 the West. Chambers gets 2 more.
Now Magic says the pick and roll play, Chambers is setting such a good pick that Magic's getting right into the teeth of the defense, making McHale adjust.
Moses Malone and Larry Bird, a smaller lineup, if you will. Bird for 3, short, air ball, but there's Moses. No foul, and Moses is elbowed down by Kareem. 4-point lead for the West with 2:14 to play. Overtime, Kareem. Rolando Blackman hit 2 free throws with pressure on his shoulders with no time remaining to send the game into overtime. And Kareem, after Olajuwon fouled out, has come in big here for the West. All sorts of heroes, and it's going to be very difficult to pick an MVP in this game.
2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. The doctor hits, and it's 152-148 in favor of the West. Minute and a half remaining in overtime. Chambers, Kareem, and Worthy. James Worthy gets the basket. 10 seconds. 5. And they foul in desperation with 5 seconds to go. And the man who sent it to overtime can wrap it up. Final seconds. Pat Riley will have his second All-Star victory in overtime. Final score, the West 154, the East 149. What a game, Tommy.
I'll tell you, the excitement in this game coming down the stretch in that 4th quarter couldn't have been better. And I think both coaches did an excellent job of keeping each team within bounds of reaching each other while they were making all those substitutions.
Tom Chambers of the host Seattle Sonics scored 34 points. Moses Malone had 27 points and 18 rebounds. The West has won the All-Star game here in Seattle in dramatic fashion. Let's go onto the court and Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Basketball player in the world for today is Tom Chambers. And here's Commissioner David Stern with a presentation.
Simply congratulations to you and to the city of Seattle. It was a great game. Congratulations on being the MVP.
Bob Toledo from the Miller Brewing Company, Vice President, has a presentation as well. Bob?
Tom, on behalf of the Miller Brewing Company and Miller Lite, congratulations for winning today's MVP award. And in your name, and on behalf of Miller Brewing Company and Miller Lite, we will contribute $5,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. Congratulations.
Thank you. Tom, you can pick up the trophy if you want. It's yours. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams, I guess he didn't. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that this would happen in your home city?
I never ever thought it would happen. This is something that you dream about and dreams are made of, and I can't believe it happened to me. I'm just so grateful today. It's super. I appreciate this opportunity, and I'm glad Rolando hit those free throws.
Well deserved. Congratulations. Let's go back to Dick.
Thank you very much, Pat. The highest scoring game in All-Star history. The hometown man made good for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien. Dick Stockton saying so long. From the NBA All-Star game, the final score, the West 154, the East 149.